Hello, it's Johnny Boy. I'm going to explain some miscellaneous actions you have on the action menu that aren't on the wheel menu. First, I'm going to give myself a team. Will be
From file.
Raleigh. And when you pick a group other than RT Columbia, your uniform and loadout is automatically set randomly to somebody in the group. And that's to keep the group's consistent. So that, if you're a Arvin guy, you get an Arvin uniform. If you're a SEAL, you get a SEAL uniform. But you might not like the weapon you're assigned. So for the first couple of minutes, you have the option. If you look at somebody, you can copy the loadout. So if I want the machine gun, I can copy that loadout. If I want to be carrying the law rocket, I can be that guy. I want the sniper rifle. I want the Swedish K. So I'll just go ahead and copy that loadout. And then I change my mind again, and I want the M203, so I can copy the loadout. So that's one action on the action menu. I'm going to have them follow me.
Ready up.
And I really wish that these extra actions could fit on the wheel menu. I wonder if it's possible to have an expanded wheel menu. So if I wanted to have formations, I could have just one option here, and it would fan out around it with all the formation choices. Just like get up, down, I could have that fan out, and that would give us more options on the menu, or maybe some other interface entirely, because I don't like that I have some things on the wheel menu and some things on the action menu. But it still works pretty good. Anyway, my guys are following me, and we have a tail gunner place toe popper. So my goal is with these actions and with the menu commands is to absolutely minimize micromanaging of your AI team. So if I want my tail gunner who's the 10th guy, I have to highlight him with 10 if I'm using vanilla AI. Then I hit 6 for actions, and then I search for his toe popper. Now, or it could be under more, because if there's a lot of dead units around with weapons, it might be 5 pages of more to find the place toe popper. Well, I don't want to have to go through that. So instead, I simply say,
10. Set a charge.
and he puts the mine down. And the other important thing about that is he can put it down safely because it won't arm himself until he's, I don't know, X meters away from it. Vanilla AI almost always blow themselves up on toe poppers or tripwires or bounding mines when they place them. So he can safely put it down. He's my tail gunner. It's his job. He knows what to do. I don't have to micromanage him. So I can, at any time, just do that. The other thing that's crucial in SOG, NAM, Prairie Fire is it was very common to use big old bomb craters as defensive cover. And the AI, because these are actually building objects, walk really slow in vanilla AI. So I can look at one, and I can send the whole team in, or I can send
Team green. Take
an
cover.
individual
Roger.
one. I'll look at that
Team
one.
blue. On the
And
move.
they will actually go in there quite quickly. So they ran right in, and when they arrive, they're going to face out in different directions to defend the crater. I'll put Team Red in this crater.
Team red. Take cover.
So when you come up for the
Team
extraction
red.
LZ,
Move up.
and you're being hounded and by the enemy, you don't want to mess around. So see how fast they ran in there? And they can also run out fast. So if the chopper was here and I needed them to get out, and the chopper was right there, I say, run to the chopper and get
Move
in.
up.
They're going to book right out of these craters. So they booked right out. And here's the dual crater. So it actually has 2 centers, so we want them to fan out in both centers. So I'm just going to send them all in here.
Roger. Move up.
They walk up this one a little slower because it's steeper. And if I had them in the fast move animation, they would clip into it. But you notice how this is one crater with a center, and they're all facing different directions in there. And it has its own center, so it had a different calculated set of places to look. Now, if the chopper's over here, we need to get everybody on board. We'll get out of the crater. And they're going fast. So you can crater hop. If you're going across a big field and you're fighting and there's a bunch of craters, you can send them from one crater. Half the team to one, and then half the team to the next one. And it's pretty cool, and it's making effective use of craters that vanilla AI cannot do. I'll stand up for a
On your
second.
feet.
Okay, I'm gonna wound a couple of guys. So, another thing is micromanaging. If I got wounded guys, they slow the team down. Plus, they're in danger. If they get shot again, they're going to go down. So we need to find them and heal them. So in order to do that, I either have to highlight the medic and tell him to go find somebody, or if I want 9 to heal himself or 7 to heal himself, I have to go F7, go through the 6 for actions, and find his action to treat himself. And then I have to do that for 3 hurt units. So forget that. I just want to say, we've been in a firefight and I find a safe place, and then I say, "All heal yourself," and
Patch yourself up.
any unit that's got greater than, I think, 0.2 damage is going to heal himself. So I minimized micromanaging, and I can expand that later to be an actual medic to run around and do that for everybody, so you don't burn your first aid kits. But for now, that's pretty handy, and it doesn't slow you down. You're not micromanaging. Let's see. And finally, the ashtray mission has a rest overnight in the brier bushes. And prior to me writing a script, I could not complete that campaign mission. It's a great mission. It's super interesting. But the AI would get all bogged up. A couple of them could find their way in, and the rest of them, geeked out. And it was a big fail and a big immersion breaker. But I've written a script that says,
Take cover.
everybody get in the Ron site, and they're going to run up and crawl in, and they'll arrive in a tight little circle. See how they're crawling in? So that's great for immersion. And you see that they're going to get in a tight little circle. At the actual Ron site for ashtray, they all go in, and I think I don't have enough positions in this one bush for them right now. So, but trust me, it works on the ashtray mission, and you can look at that actual playthrough and jump to the Ron site insect spot, and they're in there. Actually, he's decided to go in after all. There was just some kind of a lag. It probably needs a little. This particular one needs a little script. I'm not actually using the bush script. I'm using a special Ron site script in the ashtray mission. So another thing is, well, that's it. You saw the Ron site. Maybe I'll append the actual ashtray Ron site entry, and I have an exit for the Ron site one. I think for an actual bush here that I've written for if you encounter any bush, any briar bush in the wild, I'm just having them come out. And on this, they need a better script because I think they're gonna. No, they all just came out, which is cool. They emerge from the bushes. That's great. Finally, this happens like every 6 hours or 8 hours of gameplay. It's possible that you'll get a unit stuck somewhere where they can't, because of objects. Like typically it might be under a hooch, like a stilt building, and he'll just refuse all move commands because he can't navigate out from there. Either he's blocked by the objects or his pathfinding is screwed. And it's not my fault. It's an Arma thing. It happens in campaigns occasionally. So in that's the case, you can come up to any unit at any time and look at him and say,
Form on me.
"Come to me." And he's been force animated out of there. And so if he was like caught on a fence or underneath a hooch, he would have been out of there now. And hopefully he's in a spot now where his normal commanding and move pathfinding is back in action, and he can then be moved. So it sucks we have to do that, but that's just an Arma thing. But it's pretty rare. So, but it was worth creating this script. I forget what my max distance for that is. I think it's 50 meters or something like that. So he'll come all the way up to you. It could also be handy if you want to put a guy in an exact spot for a tactical reason. I want him on the other side of this bush for some silly reason.
Form on me.
Then It's a good way to put
Ready.
somebody in an exact spot. So that is it for all the special actions. Thanks for listening.